How's it going, guys? Long time no see. Welcome back to the I'm Okay podcast. It's your man, Fucius. Just so you know, we got a new co host, my man Sam over here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some chess. We're going to talk about some video games. We're going to talk about some cool stories. It's going to be a great time. Great episode. Thank you for having us back. I know we took a little hiatus. Kyle's out with his lacrosse season, so it's going to be a while before he comes back, if ever. Maybe he becomes champion of lacrosse and it's too good for the show. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but right now we're lucky enough to have Sam aboard. Sam, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, Fucius?
Excellent, man. Excellent. Me and him actually met in chess club. Really cool guy, awesome guy. Proud and honored to have him on the show. Very fun guy as well. Very down to earth. Nothing but great things to say about him. So it sounds like you got some cool stories, something about the Tigers game or something the other day or
Yeah,
yesterday or something like that.
sure. Yeah. So I can hop right off at that for sure. So my buddy had his bachelor party. He's getting married here in the next couple months. Congrats to him. And
Yeah.
so it was kind of his bachelorette and bachelor party. So there was a bunch of us there, and we went to Detroit and we went to the Tigers game, which we ended up leaving at about the seventh inning because we were stretching and it was hot. The wind was okay, and there was clouds a couple times, um,
Mm-hmm.
we were just thirsty and hungry and whatever. But it was the Tigers were down 4-0 then, and
White Sox, right?
yeah, so we were just like, well, all right, and just we almost caught a foul ball. Uh,
Nice.
the food was great. The stadium's really cool and great. We got some pictures. We walked around Detroit for a bit. Went back to the hotel, played some cards. We're Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic nerd, geeky friend, card game
I've
players.
always been intrigued by Magic. Just a side note.
Yeah, there you go. And then after dinner and a couple bar hoppings, we went to the Tin Roof, I think it was called, or something. It was
Sounds
cool.
legit.
Yeah, so it was really neat.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Tell
Well,
me more.
I mean, sure, yeah. The cool thing about and just walking down the town of Detroit. And I even made this joke. I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, wow, this is I was like, wow, this is like a really windy city, and then everybody was like, Sam, that's Chicago. I'm like,
Well, dude,
oh
it's funny. Go. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, okay, yeah. I was just gonna be like, okay, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean that, but like maybe it's with the Windy City Junior then. Yeah.
Yes, love it. So, side fact: it's actually called the Windy City because people used to talk a lot, not because of the actual wind. Nobody really knows that.
I I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. But the fact that you said that, you played it right to most people's knowledge, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Windy City Junior, I love it.
yeah.
Hey, weren't you almost on TV, or you were on TV at the stadium or something like that?
Oh yeah, I so there was the funny thing is that so of course there was the kiss cam, and so my girlfriend wasn't there, but there were some um a lot of like trivia things, of course, while they were switching out teams. And
Hmm.
Star Wars Day apparently yesterday too.
Very cool.
So of course the enemy, or the Sith team, the White Sox, they all had uh
It's my
they
hometown, man.
or they had a mask of a stormtrooper on their face when they were up on the screen.
Uh huh.
But and
Like it.
all the bats, of course, were lightsabers and stuff, and it was
That's so cool.
oh yeah, there was a lot of like cool little the like I say, even at the seventh inning stretch and stuff, they were like they did this performance kind of thing with like a battle and using the force and all. Oh yeah, it was cool.
That's
Um,
neat.
but yeah, no. These girls in front of us too. They were like singing and dancing, and we
Uh huh.
we are in the bachelor party of us. We were right behind them, and so I just
Hmm.
happened to be eating my burger and fries behind in them. So I didn't actually like kind of. I kind of waved. I was like, hey yo, and kind of went in with it too a little bit, but it was just kind
Well,
of
that's neat. What they need is a burger cam so you can like show you eating the burger.
yeah, or right, show up that food. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, random side note that I think is awesome. Pittsburgh Pirates got this hot dog. It's like over a foot long, and it's got pierogies on it and like a beef stew, like beef toppings and it's just mind blowing. I
That
would go to a Pittsburgh Pirate game for that alone.
Yeah, I would agree. God, no, let's go.
I'll show you a picture next time I see you.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Yeah, I'd be down. That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge too. It's like my hands don't even fit on the screen. That's how big
I,
it is.
dang. Yeah, because I mean, I've got big hands. I've got long fingers.
And they don't fit. They don't fit.
No.
They
Right,
still
yeah.
don't fit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we wanted to talk about some other things today. We want to talk about a little bit of chess. So Sam is an avid chess player. And tell us a little bit of like your strategies and tips, what you think you got going on with that, and then you can bounce them back at me, and I'll see if I can come up with some too.
Sure. Yeah. So I've actually been playing chess basically my whole life. Just kind of a little chess laydown, I guess, on me too, if you want for before the question too. And so I've actually ranked up to about a level 800 on chess.com. I have the app, and I love doing that. And then I love, of course, going to chess club. I've got three. I've got two with some on Sundays here with Fucius and everything,
Yeah.
and then on Thursday we go, and then Saturday I
Hmm.
go with some other people. And uh,
Nice.
but strategies and such and tips and such, I've been really trying to use my pawns to a high advantage. I used to work with this guy at Amazon who was just amazing. He would even confuse me and make me take his pawns and stuff in ways that just it set up the board for. He was just so long game. Like that's something that I still need to practice and get better at. Is like figuring out what to do and where and whatnot with that. But uh,
I love what you're getting at.
so I think yeah, exactly yeah, because I mean, like I was saying before we started recording too, is I mean, obviously pawns are worth something because you get them to the end, you can get another queen, right? But like, then again, you don't want to per se always sacrifice a piece, lose your bishop or something to take something when you could have just taken the piece with a pawn.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I agree. I think what you're getting at here is huge. Is like being able to calculate those trade offs.
yeah,
And I can speak from experience, both good and bad. It'll make or break your game.
yeah,
It really will. If you get a good trade out, you're more favorable percentage to win, obviously, which is awesome.
yeah. I mean, also, I've kind of watched a few videos of like I do try to follow some people and with we were talking a little bit before the recording too of openings, and so I was going to even ask you, I guess, too,
Hmm.
of like what's your favorite openings or what would you suggest too? I guess.
Yeah, yeah, great question. As white, playing as white, I love the Italian game. That's my favorite. Very simplistic. Um, can lead to some advantages, flanking and whatnot. I love it. One thing I was gonna say too is that you made a great point. The pawn is worth 1 point hypothetical and chess value, but it
Points.
could be as worth up to 9, like you're saying, which is why it has such a potential power to it. Which is also to add to what Sam was saying, where you don't want to just give them away, but sometimes based on who you're playing and your strategy, it could be advantageous. But what we ended up coming down to, calculated it out. That's huge.
Yeah.
Calculation is 95% of chess.
Right. Um, I mean, honestly, if you want to even hear a little bit about a strategy that I do remember and use sometimes too, is well, and one that I learned a lot that I use is with some of them friends is the cow opening, and then
Nice. Nice. I've
oh,
seen that lately a lot.
yeah, um, but yeah, I've always been told that by a lot of the people I've been playing chess with is if you don't move your knight by turn four, you're doing it wrong.
You
You
know
have
what? That's great advice. That's
yeah,
great advice.
you should move your knight out by at least turn four, if not
I'd even debate 3.
yeah, or even yeah.
But unless you have some crazy strategy that I can think of a scholar's mate, that
Okay,
one would be an exception.
yeah,
But it still kind of holds in true to what you're saying. Everything else though is like you're right. Move 4 or 3 even. Yeah,
yeah,
that's great. That's a great tip. That is a great tip. I'm glad you said that.
yeah. I mean, I also, I guess, can maybe give away one of my weaknesses, but my favorite piece is definitely the bishop. It's sneaky. They're good. They're just so long. Yeah, you can really set them up, and they're just great. Oh,
I love it. Oh, you're right. They're very sneaky, especially when they're in a pin, which is very advantageous because if people forget about that pin, if it's not an absolute pin, you can just take their queen or their
uh,
rook, and it's great being on the winning side, and it hurts being on the other side.
huh? Yeah. That, yeah, it can make or break. Yeah, for
Now
sure.
I'm gonna try to segue this a little bit. So we'll
Sure.
still talk about chess, but I know we also wanted to talk about video games, so this is perfect. Have
Sure.
you ever played a good chess video game in the history of your life? And if so, which one or ones?
Um. Well, gosh. No. So I just like playing IRL in real life. I just played on a lot of different boards and go to different breweries, bars, whatever, And I just one person that came up to me one time. I was in Promenade Park and I had my chess set just out. I was reading a book, whatever, and he came up and we played. And he's like, and his wife or whatever were like, "This guy's so weird. What is he doing? He's just sitting out here, or like has his chessboard, whatever." And then but the husband was like, "Yeah, no, this is like a New Yorker thing, or this is like he's seen it
Yeah.
before."
Honestly, I think it's cool as shit, but forgive
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Who
yeah,
am I?
yeah.
I think
But
it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But okay, keep going, keep going.
yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean, because sometimes I'll go to like Electric Works too or something in Fort Wayne.
Great spot.
I love, oh yeah, and take my chess set and whatever. But
Well, you gotta hit me up when you do this. I'm
sure,
in.
sure, sure, sure. I know. I'm on a first shift schedule now too, so I like sleep like I was on third shift. So then that when we were text or when we were messaging late at night, it's like, oh okay. But yeah, same with Keith. I know he's a good. He's kind of an all over the place thing. But anyway,
Yeah, Night Owl too.
yeah. But I mean, yeah. I guess the short answer is I don't really have a video game one, but like Red Pawn, I've learned through Keith. Chess.com, Chess Universe. They're all really good. Or just playing IRL. Like that's how I've gotten up to like level 800 even. Like I started out, or I think I was even like a 400 maybe just a couple months ago. I suck. I I was really bad at chess. I didn't like, and that's something too. Like you do definitely have to have perseverance and confidence a little bit. You got to kind of bluff sometimes. You want to try and but
Hmm.
so I think that's what I'm learning and doing and whatever is to definitely. Those are just tips that I'd say. Going back to that a little bit, segueing back to the tips and stuff is like, sometimes it's okay to like sacrifice piece and take because you never know your opponent. I guess like they might be actually really good with their knights. So if you have the trade of where you can take their knight with your bishop or something, because I've had that many times where I love my bishops, I don't want to get to do that trade, but I'm like, man, knights are dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are with the forks. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. You can win defensive battles with those, or you can win offensive battles with those. I've seen
yeah,
it. Both sides very tactical, but they are slow moving, which is the downside. But if you got a well placed knight, man, is that powerful?
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. What's really cool? Guess what percentage in the world I am rated percentile?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Are you close? Are you even good to that one guy that comes sometimes, the Hispanic guy or whatever? Yeah,
Ahmad?
3,000 or whatever.
He's got me crushed. He's got me crushed. But I'm actually top 95% in the world on chess.com.
Whoa, no way. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like
You
literally
probably
95. There's about 500,000 people in the world better than me, which sounds like a lot, but 95%, that's pretty awesome.
yeah.
And then there's 7.6 billion people on the planet. So I guess I got most of y'all beat. So
Yeah,
how
there
you
you
like
go. Hey,
that?
I remember the first time I think I played you, I at least made you sweat.
No, that was because the AC was broken.
Yeah,
No, we had one game. We had one game where you were definitely playing stronger, and I liked it. And you've told me you've improved too, so I believe you because you definitely have.
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
As for my favorite game,
Yeah.
Battle Chess It was made in like the 90s, early 90s, or like 88, 89. Graphics are still okay considering, which is mind blowing to me. But it was really cool because let's say you have a knight versus a knight attack, like
Okay.
you take their knight. They actually the pieces will duel each other.
Oh, cool. Kind of like I was gonna say wizard's chess.
It sounds probably exactly the same, just a little different graphics. That's
Yeah.
my guess. Yeah, so they'll like sword fight, and obviously you're gonna win if you're the taking piece,
Right.
which makes sense. But it's really cool because they'll sword fight, or if you have the king takes like I think the bishop, he'll like shoot the bishop.
Oh. Oh.
You're like, this is kind of awesome. I
Yeah.
haven't played it in years, maybe decades, but it's a great game. It's a great game. And then to add to what you were saying, chess.com I think is my favorite platform. I can't say the best because I haven't played the other ones really, but I think it's definitely my favorite. It might be the best.
Yeah. I agree. No. Yeah. Totally. I mean, I like I said too though. I mean, I like doing. I still have yet to do it, but I've seen it multiple places. Is the real life size chess boards
Yes,
and pieces?
you might see those at resorts. That's where
Yeah.
I've seen them at.
Okay. But
Yeah, I seen them. Was it Florida or Vegas? One of the two, maybe both. I've seen them. But those are cool. Those are cool. But that makes you think on the next level. I feel like
yeah.
you got to think big. I mean, pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah. Think big, you see big. Yeah. Good one. Good.
Thanks, bro.
See what you did? Yeah, we got. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really cool chess sets out there too. I'm a huge fan of like Lord of the Rings chess sets or medieval chess sets. The only gripe I have about these like super cool customized chess sets is knowing what some of the pieces are. Like there's like a Pokemon chess, which sounds really cool, but it's like how do you know what is for the most part?
Going off of that too, the Mario one is cool,
Yes.
but I don't like how they did with the good. With I'm guessing it's the white pieces. Is that Mario's the king? Which okay, that's fair. That's fine. But
Yeah.
Luigi's the queen. Like, why isn't Princess Peach the queen?
Who's
What?
the queen?
Yeah, like
Who know who is it?
Luigi is the queen.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and then I
He
think
should be like a bishop.
yeah, that's what I would think. But then I think what they do too is then they have Daisy and Princess as Peach as bishops.
Okay,
So that they want.
that's me not liking this.
I know it's so weird.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not
sorry.
cool.
Move on.
It's not cool. It's not cool. You're right.
No,
It's not cool. I don't like that. There's a design flaw.
I mean the Bowser and then Junior, and then I think the Queen is like Bowser Junior or something, and then like so the bad side is like not great either, but it's okay. It's better a bit. It's
In
good.
retrospect, you're saying?
Yeah, because they have at least like Goombas for pawns, and then they have the Koopa Troopas for like bishops and stuff. Or they have a little bit more, or they have little Boo doll, the ghost as a piece, I think. And
Probably like a rook or something.
yeah, I think yeah, but yeah.
That's legit. There's a Dragon Ball Z chest too out there.
Oh shoot, no way. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty
that's,
sweet.
huh?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I used to grow up watching that Saturday mornings or what? Yeah, it,
Yeah, great show, man. Great show. Boy, we can go on a whole episode about childhood stuff too. I bet you.
oh, that's a smart topic. That's a yeah.
Yeah.
No offense.
Uh,
Obviously, you said '90s, and I was like, well, I was born in '95, so but so I'm
Still '90s, baby.
yeah, but when you said '80s and stuff or '88, '89, I was like, I don't know, but
I
yeah,
was born in '90. The game was made maybe before my time, but I didn't find it till years later.
yeah, that happens.
Yeah, there's no. We're in the same boat.
Okay, cool, right.
Let's keep swimming.
Yeah, right. Yep, we're just like
We're battling.
doggy paddle if you have to, or yeah.
Yeah. So, video games. What video games do you liking? In fact, can I jump in real quick while it's still fresh in my mind?
Yeah.
There's a new Assassin's Creed coming out where you're like ninjas.
Think?
Sounds really cool to me. You're like it's like Japanese culture. To me, that's very intriguing. I'm not gonna lie, the last one they did, the Mirage one, I wasn't like super intrigued about it.
Yeah.
But there's like the Black Black Flag, I believe it is. Yeah,
Yep.
Black Flag. That one was epic. They had a couple epic ones with the Egyptian one. Certain cultures, I think, at least personally for me, are more intriguing, and they probably do better in sales. So this new Japanese one seems really awesome to me. Then they're coming out with a new football game, college football game, which I'm like really excited about because there's so many different teams in there.
Yeah.
You can be like Notre Dame and whatnot.
That's awesome.
And I think it's going to be a very in-depth game, which is what I'm expecting, and graphics look phenomenal. And then last but not least, maybe least actually, probably least out of the three, from what I've seen, is there's a boxing game coming out, which sounds awesome. I believe it's called Undisputed. Um, the graphics look okay. I was excited because Canelo was going to be on one of the covers. And Canelo's probably my favorite boxer. Well, definitely my favorite boxer currently. Um, but I want to. That's one I want to try before I buy, based on what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's what I do. Is usually sometimes when I go into like GameStop or something too, I'll be like, I just like go to YouTube and look at a review really quick and be like, yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I've been looking up like the trailers and stuff on the Xbox store, and I saw the trailer like, oh, this looks like it could be a little better, like
yeah.
graphic wise. I feel like they kind of slacked on the fans and the stands, and again, it was just a trailer, so maybe the actual gameplay is great, but usually it's fairly accurate. I'd say about 90% accurate or so.
That's pretty
But
cool.
but we'll see. I'll do more in depth research as it gets closer. That one's not coming out till October, so
Okay.
plenty of time on the spectrum for that. But the other games, very excited. How about yourself? You got any that are catching your attention? Anything like that?
So, well, yeah, and before, I mean, yeah, sure. So I recently just got. I've been playing a lot of Ragnarok, God of War at the moment, on
Nice,
PS5, and then I'm
nice.
a person, but I also play on Steam, laptop a little bit too, and then
Oh yeah.
I'm very much of a waiter. Like I wait till the games get to cheap, and like I wait till all the hype is gone, and so everybody talks about it, and then I go in. But and I don't care about spoilers per se, but I kind of sometimes do. But so I've played even Plague's Tale. You know,
Well, I'm not sure about that. What was that one about?
it's it's about like you're this girl and boy, and the boy has a curse that he can control rats, and you basically the cool thing about and I want to go back to Assassin's Creed too, and even the sports said too. I have a question. I wanted to go on it a little bit more if we can too, but the plague game is basically there's this evil bishop that tries to control or so that he can control rats as well, and basically it's just it's very historical. It goes back in time to days and nights. You might like it in the sense of it's just that yeah, we're roaming and it's it was just the plague of uh I guess I'm not a history nerd or I can't think the Black Plague. No, that was more. But
That sounds right. That sounds
yeah,
right.
okay, yeah, it's very much in that medieval time and era, and I remember you saying that too, right? That you kind of because you can you fight knights, you kind of it's very you have to like hide, but you can also fight back. You have to run, you have to very cool that you have to craft like a little slingshot and uh, use swords and stuff. Yeah, it's neat, kind of a sneaky.
I do like that kind of stuff. The medieval stuff, very appealing to me.
And I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. You gave three. I'll give maybe one more or something too. I guess if we have
Yeah,
time.
please.
Is like I don't know another one that's like I like Sniper Elite. I played that one a little bit more Sniper Secret type of games, but then you can also like do Back for kind of like a Left for Dead. It's like a newer version, fighting a bunch of zombies and first person, third person shooters,
Very nice.
or even online games. But yeah. But and yeah, I was gonna say because we're getting to 25 minutes, right? But
Good.
okay.
Good. At least time for the Fuchsia's hour,
I know, right? I was about that. Yeah, 3 minutes.
which is only like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead and ask me what I'm doing.
All right. What's new with the Fuchsia Hour?
So I'm glad you asked. Uh, well, I've been on the radio lately. In fact, last night my buddy messaged me in Chicago. He's like, "Hey, I just heard your song on the radio. That's what's up." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. That's freaking awesome. I've been waiting like 13 years for this to be on an extreme level." So that was really cool. On the radio in Fort Wayne, 99.5 for my punk rock music. Did a recent song as a Linkin Park tribute, which turned out really good. Really cool song. It's called "Remove It." It's on my Reverb Nation page, so feel free to check it out. All your fans out there. And other than that, just locking in on some new songs, trying to get an album off, and yeah, it's been a fun ride. Been getting some radio checks, which is always nice. My new song on Spotify is over 32,000 streams right now, which is
Wow,
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
that's really cool. Thank you, brother. Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys haven't checked the guy out with music and stuff, it's you got to.
Thank you, brother.
You bet. He's if you like I mean he's the main man. He has now got to be yeah the next hottest hit
I
artist.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, unless Sam wants to add anything, we're gonna call that episode a wrap. What do you think, brother?
I'm thinking. I guess that's good.
Okay. Thank you all for coming out, checking us out. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Sam, big time for filling in and taking over the reins. He did an excellent job. We really appreciate having him on. Make sure you check him out at all your local Detroit Tigers games on the big screen
Yeah.
with the hamburger.
Out.
Adios.
Adios.